the past 2 days with the crashes that we had and suddenly seeing Bitcoin drop below my support trend line for the short term, and knowing that it could go lower, I wanted to take a closer look at this chart and see what I could see. And honestly, what I'm seeing is really, really troubling. And before I had called saying, "Hey, I think the bottom might be in on Bitcoin based on the indicators," um, but honestly, I think I was wrong. And like I said, what I'm seeing now does not bode well. So if we look at this chart here, you can see, this was the previous run that we'd had before a long crash back in 2022, some kind of consolidation before a huge, huge bull run. Um, to start, what I wanted to do is I started looking at how this chart looks, the shape of all these peaks and everything that's happening. And I noticed something really interesting. If you look here, we've got what looks like 1, 2, 3, right? And then we come up, spike, another one, another big one, and then a little one, and then we kind of go down, okay? And when I looked over here, I was like, wait a minute. Look at that. Look at this 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, we've got that right there. 1, 2, 3. It's on a smaller scale, but it's still there. Come down, there's a spike, just like here. Okay. Then there's this push up, just like right here. And then there's a spike, just like that. Comes down with a little spike right here. And then eventually goes down, right? And then when I look over here, what do you notice? It's almost the exact same pattern. If I zoom in on all of this, we've got our 1, 2, 3, just like that. 1, 2, 3. Come down, little spike right there. Spike up, just like that. Another spike, there you go. This spike right here, and then boom, big drawdown. Okay. So what I did is I went in quickly and I drew a path, and then I tried to redraw the same path. I couldn't find a way to draw it and just shrink it down. I'm sure there probably is a way, but look at this. Okay, so there's our pattern that I was talking about. The second one with an identical pattern. You see what's happening here? Third one. Okay, look at where this is going. So right now we just started bringing this down. So this looks like, and look at, and I've got the volume shelf over here. Okay, that second one, volume shelf. Third one, volume shelf. What do we have here? Another volume shelf right here. And then what do we have down here at my support? Another volume shelf. So look at this. We draw another one of these lines. And as we saw with the one, I'll go show you the other one. And then look, we draw one more. Okay. Same pattern. Each one getting smaller as they go. Okay, the drops get a little smaller. All of this, I couldn't draw it much smaller, but you would imagine this a little bit on a smaller scale. And then coming down, but ultimately ending down around here in this $26,000 range, $25,000 range. Okay? And the other thing I noticed when I was drawing this, and I went and looked back on this previous crash that we had down here. I don't understand Elliott wave theory and all that quite well. I'm sure someone else could explain it a lot better and what I'm seeing in a way that makes more logical sense. But check this out. So up here, this is our spike, okay? Just like up here, we've got a spike. That's our 1. Now down here, that's our 2. So we had the spike, came down, had this pattern just like we have here, right? So there's number 2. Come down, look at this. See how it comes down and it's smaller. It's a smaller version of this, but it's very similar. What do we got? We got our 3. Coming over here, boom, smaller version, have our 3. Comes down again, smaller condensed version before the next drop. There's our 4. On our side over here, there's our 4. and then another kind of consolidation before one last drop, 5, and then on our side, 5. Okay? So, based on all that, we're going lower on Bitcoin, boys and girls. I hate to say it, but we're going a lot lower. Like 50% lower from where we are right now. And I don't take it lightly saying that, but that's what I'm seeing. And, honestly, I don't think there's any huge catalyst that's going to change that. And the last thing that I was going to go quickly take a look at, if we go here to our weekly chart, because it's a little bit harder to look at on the daily chart for me, and I pull up my indicators here, we're going to kind of zoom out on all this. Bring this over here, okay? Let me see if I can turn some of this stuff off down here really quickly. All right, cool. So, what do you see on this crash that happened a long time ago? Okay, we come down, we've got a little up, a little down, another up, another down. Okay, same thing over here, a little down, just like that, a little up, just like the other one, down, up, down, and we're out. Okay, this is one hump, 2 humps, and then up, right? One hump, 2 humps, and then out. Where are we at over here right now? One hump. We haven't even made that second hump yet. And then there's going to be another down, and then we're out. Okay? So all of this is aligning. And, call me crazy. Tell me there's no way we're going down, but we are. And this same technique that I'm using here, where I'm really sitting and analyzing how the chart moved historically, is exactly how I was able to determine the most recent SATL pump all the way up to $7. Everyone was selling it, thinking that it wasn't going any higher. I was about to sell mine as well. I went and looked at the charts historically, how it moved and how the charts looked in comparison to the setup that was happening, and I instantly knew that people were wrong and it was going up. And luckily enough, my sell didn't go off, and I was able to stay in the trade, and it went all the way up just like I determined, and then I got out. And, I was calling the top up here when everyone was buying, telling them they need to start selling, start getting out. And I know a lot of people that have been DCAing in, and honestly, I even bought a little bit here, thinking, hey, maybe Bitcoin's going to turn around. Look, we've got this getting a little bit smaller here. Maybe this is going to turn around. But after looking at the chart more with a better understanding of technical analysis than I had when I made that chart, I realized I was wrong. Bitcoin is not turning around here. We're not going to have this local bottom that comes back up. We're going to have more pain. We're going down. So be prepared and do what you got to do to protect yourself. I'm not saying sell it all, even though I'm going to, because I don't want to be any part of that 50%. I'll take my losses here. The small losses I have, I'll take them, and I'll save my money for down here.